Welcome to Patashala. If you are curious about a wide range of topics and love expanding your knowledge, you are in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you can join us on this exciting journey of discovery. Let's dive into today's lesson. Today we go deep into the fascinating world of fiscal policy, specifically focusing on two crucial concepts, fiscal consolidation and fiscal deficit. These terms are often used in discussions about a country's financial health, and it is essential to understand the differences between them. Let's start by discussing fiscal deficit. A fiscal deficit occurs when a government spends more money than it collects in revenue during a specific period, typically a financial year or a fiscal year. Imagine your household budget. If you spend more money than you earn, you will end up with a deficit. The same principle applies to a government's finances. Now you may wonder, why would a government spend more than it earns? Well, there are various reasons for this. Economic stimulus. In times of economic downturn or recession, governments may increase spending to boost economic activity. This can include investments in infrastructure, unemployment benefits, and tax cuts to encourage consumer spending. Social programs. Governments often allocate funds to support social programs like healthcare, education, and welfare. These expenses can contribute to a fiscal deficit. Interest payments. If a government has borrowed money in the past, it may pay interest on those loans, which adds to its expenses. Revenue shortfalls. Sometimes governments may face a drop in revenue due to factors like lower tax collections, decreased economic activity, or unexpected events like natural disasters. So, in essence, a fiscal deficit is like a financial gap between what a government spends and what it earns. Now, let's move on to the concept of fiscal consolidation. Fiscal consolidation, on the other hand, is a strategy employed by governments to reduce their fiscal deficits and eventually achieve a balanced budget or even a surplus. Think of it as a plan to get your finances back on track after overspending. Governments use several methods for fiscal consolidation. Cutting expenses. Governments may reduce their spending on various programs such as public services, defense, or infrastructure projects. This helps bring down the overall expenditure. Increasing taxes. Another approach is to raise taxes, which can include higher income taxes, sales taxes, and other levies. This boosts government revenue. Borrowing prudently. While reducing the borrowing is a goal of fiscal consolidation, governments may still need to borrow for essential projects. However, they aim to do so responsibly and avoid accumulating excessive debt. Economic growth. Encouraging economic growth can also help with fiscal consolidation. A growing economy typically generates more tax revenue and reduces the need for social programs. Reforming policies. Governments might also implement policy reforms to improve efficiency, reduce waste, and streamline their operations. In summary, fiscal consolidation is a deliberate effort by a government to bring its fiscal deficit under control and ideally achieve a balanced budget or a surplus. It involves a combination of reducing expenses, increasing revenue, and making responsible financial decisions. To put it simply, a fiscal deficit is like a situation where you are spending more than you are earning, while fiscal consolidation is the plan to get your financial house in order by either cutting expenses, increasing income, or both. Understanding these concepts is crucial because they have significant implications for a country's economic stability and long-term financial health. By balancing fiscal deficits through effective fiscal consolidation, governments can create a more stable and prosperous future for their citizens. Now it's time for our activity. I want to hear from you. Share your opinions on the discussion question in the comments below. Now let's see the question from today's topic. What are some real-world examples of countries successfully implementing fiscal consolidation measures to reduce their fiscal deficit? How did these measures impact their economies and overall financial stability? Your insights matter. Let's engage and learn from each other. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Your support means the world to me.